Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Beeman1357 1358. What's occurring here is the gun had to go back in. It was obviously shooting well below the power level that it should have, and that was why we couldn't get a group together. Now the power has been lifted on the gun, but it seems to be matched now better to the standard exact Diablos by JSB. Now, even so, I still think this gun could be one of the first ever guns to fail our test. It's not particularly accurate at all, but I'm going to give it a go either way. So 23 metres away, as you know, this is our 135 test. There's two cards. First one's got 5 small targets. You need hit the red on each one of those targets to get yourself 10 points. That'll be 50 points for the first card. On the second card, we need 5 shots inside the 10 for another 50 points. And then our third card is the rings. All the top row, 4 rings there, are worth 5 each, and the bonus shot is worth 15, which will give you an extra 35, leaving you to 135 if you pass the test. Well, I've got the gun set up, I've explained how it works. Shall we crack on with this? As you will know with this test, we say 110 is a pass. Can the Beeman get to that? Well, here goes. Well, that's a 10 to start us off, so there's a good start. That one's probably a 7, I'd guess. It's probably a 6. I'll help it out of it before we go to the next card, but he's already way behind as it is. So 5 shots into this target now. 10's needed. That's a 9. That's an 8. That may just be a 10. That's an 8 again. And an 8 again. So started off on bullseye and sort of veered off from there. I'll count those 2 cards up, but I think it's safe to say we're not going to see a 110 here, I don't think. Well, after those first 2 cards, 88 scored, which isn't good. It's the worst gun we've ever had. So, second magazine in. He needs a full house on this to get the 110 really now. Here we go, first shot, red rings. No. Second shot, so no. Third shot. Getting closer. Last shot. No, miles wide again. And for the bonus shot. Bloody hell, would you believe it, it's gone and hit the bonus. So 88, 98, 103 scored. Well, it's not the greatest, is it? But we'll put it over the chrono, like we do with all the guns, and just see how it goes. Okay, 5 shots over the chronograph. Let's see how it goes. First shot. .146. Second shot. 146. Third shot. 145. Fourth shot. 145. And last shot. 148. So we'll give it a 147. I think we'll give that, just to give it out a hand. But I don't think that's going to be massively big. We'll just see. Right, our pellets 15.98 because they're and we had 147. So let's just raise that up. 147. 842 feet per second. Not good. Just checking, 482 feet per second. 482 feet per second. Calculate. Comes back at 8.25 foot-pounds, and the joules is 11.18, which is pretty awful, really. Yeah, it's a gun that has been back in to Solware to be checked over by their guru there, Aidan, but he's just told me to give it a test and see what I can do with it, but it's just, again, it's just not working, is it? But no, I don't think this will be being used in our leagues. I think it's a little bit, it's just a pellet waste, really, isn't it? It's just not going to do anything. My personal thoughts on the gun, which we will go to now. Right, my personal thoughts on the gun. It's a lovely stock and it's well put together. The gun is like, it feels solid. It's quite a heavy gun. The only problem is, whatever is wrong with this one, it's not viable for me to use it in our battle leagues due to the fact that it's massively underpowered and it's also not very accurate at all, as we've just tested. That is the lowest we've ever had on test here, so obviously it's not worth even trying with it. We're just wasting pellets. This gun is going to go up against the likes of, you know, the Air Arms S410 and a Viroc. It's just not going to work. So no, we'll just call it a day with it. I think it's a bit of a shame because I do believe when these are on form they're on sung, but this one just isn't, and yeah, it's not going to work. So sadly, the Beeman1357, I can't give it a decent rating. I can't recommend it because it's performed poorly on the day, and it's been with us now for about a week, and we just can't get it right. And that's with at first we had a trigger sticking problem, then it went on to there wasn't enough power. It's just let us down, and that's a bit of a shame, really, but what can we do? You get a bad gun. I seem to be getting them quite regular just lately, but that's just about my luck at the moment. So yeah, we'll call it a day with this, but no, I can't give a recommendation on the gun I've tested because it's performed awfully, and I've got to be honest with that. Thank you all for watching. I shall see you all in the next one soon. Bye bye now.